I'm a naughty bad girl, someone should spank me?
You really are gay. What they're saying about me isn't true.
Look, you should just get Scott to give you a ride home too, because I'm done trying to be your friend.
I can't get a cab!
I just had the weirdest dream, guys. Thanks, Sharky. This felt like this movie I've seen a long time ago just, like, appear, you know? I haven't seen this in a long time, but I just remember it. It's, like, so cringeworthy bad, but people took it so seriously. I don't know what the hell kind of motive is, and what the hell? I thought I clicked this out and oh no. Oh no, guys. The movie is real, guys. I can't believe it. Cyberbully. Well, this was a video that was coming for a while. I didn't know that. I did, like, tease it multiple times, but the thing was, right when I finished recording the one video to start beginning to work on the Cyberbully video, I came down with severe allergies and could barely breathe out of my nose and partly out of my mouth. So there was no way I was going to be reviewing a video with that. And then at the same time, April Fool's Day and International Asexuality Day both showed up, and I wanted to make a video about that. Yes, the April Fool's video, that was the first one I actually made like a full-on prank video, even though I couldn't really act very well in it. As you can tell by this opening intro that I did actually film myself. That little camera jump was me because I'm the only one filming this, and I need to get my head into frame there, so that's why there was a sudden jump between the two. But at the same time, that's when I actually got this camcorder. Anyways, this movie, as I said in the intro, I did actually watch a long time ago. I watched it back in like 2013, 2014. This movie came out in 2011. Therefore, it was only a few years old by the time that I watched it, and the message was still sort of relevant in 2014 as it was in 2011. However, with 2022 now being the year it is, as this is recording, the whole thing and the meaning behind it has changed quite a bit, and people have also reviewed it plenty of times before. I know I'm not the first one, but this is a movie I've watched way back when I was in middle school. It has resonated with me the most because of just how laughably stupid and so bad it's good quality that we're given here, and that we're supposed to take its message seriously. So, with that being said, let's dive right straight into it. So this movie starts out with some generic music of the times, and I will warn you right now, the music and the soundtrack is the most early 2010s thing you could ever imagine, with some more mid to late 2000s songs on there, with one of the most egregious songs that I will touch upon when we get there. And if you ever seen anyone else's review of Cyberbully, you know exactly which song it is. Anyways, we see our protagonist, Taylor, get ready for school. Okay, who puts their shoes at the edge of the stairs like that? That's just a fucking tripping hazard. What the hell is up with that mouse right there? Like, I'm pretty sure it's all one solid unit, but the lighting in that one is so weird. It literally looks like one of those, like, it looks like just like an arch, which would probably be one of the most, I would have to guess, one of the most uncomfortable mouse designs ever. But I'm pretty sure it's one solid unit, but whatever lighting it is, it blends in with the mouse pad almost flawlessly. So it literally looks like she's using an arch to just move her mouse. It's just a weird thing that I noticed.
Gotta go figure out what the latest public relations crisis is today.
First, let's talk about our two main protagonists that we'll be looking at, and I say these are pretty much the only protagonists throughout the film, and you'll figure out why as it continues. First, we have Taylor. She's your stereotypical average teenage girl going through high school in the early 2010s. And then there's her mother, who comes out to be a really overbearing nag. Now, in a lot of these type of movies, the mother would be seen as more of an antagonist force or a protagonist that kind of changes throughout the end. Kind of like how Woody from Toy Story, where you could not say Woody was a protagonist, especially in the first half of the movie, because he's the one that tries to literally get rid of Buzz, but he changes throughout the end. I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing with the mom, but it gets so bungled up at the end, she somehow becomes the most sympathetic character, and we'll see that moving forward.
Who are you calling a brat?
Private.
Well, what you do online isn't exactly private.
Kinda depends on what. It depends on what you're using or what you're doing. So there is a little bit of privacy, but even then, it's still iffy. So, yeah, whatever. But yeah, that's just a subtle indication of what's just to fucking come with this morality on the internet.
Forgot. It's your birthday.
Oh, it's also her birthday. Just in case you need to know, because I'm just going to tell you this now, because the movie's not going to not shortly to hesitate to tell you the same information multiple fucking times. And that is Eric, her little brother, who I'm not going to classify as a protagonist. He's just more of a moderate character. He's neither good nor really that bad either. And you'll figure out why.
Why does everybody think I should have a party? 2017 doesn't mean anything.
Okay, I legitimately do not know what she fucking said. It sounds like 2017 doesn't mean anything. Did she say being 17 doesn't mean anything? Because if she said being 17 doesn't mean anything, I would actually have to agree with her. 17 is just a middle age between 16, where most places you're allowed to drive and work more full time. Kinda, it depends on the labor laws there. And 18, where you can vote and become an actual adult, but you can't buy tobacco or alcohol. Yeah, so being 17 doesn't really mean anything.
Party means presents, money, bling. If your dad had moved out 3 months ago, you wouldn't want to party either.
Hey,
Okay, so these are Taylor's two friends. I use that term so fucking loosely, especially the one driving. I don't even consider her a friend. So, the one driving is Samantha, and you figure out she is the primary antagonist. I know, spoiler. But you'll figure out how later. And the other one in the back seat is Cheyenne, who I don't think is supposed to be a bad person, but she is just really up herself and just full of herself and thinking she's so high and mighty. She just does some pretty brain dead shit later on in the film. So her big thing against Samantha, I don't know what the hell she's up against, but she always is talking in this really condescending tone every time someone mentions a boy or a dad or a man of any kind. I don't know if she's like a lesbian or still butthurt, because she did break up with Scott, who we'll meet later. Scott actually dumped her, and I guess that's when she began this entire quest of misandry. I can only imagine. It's not even remotely close to developed, so that's why I'm just guessing this entire time on it. So yes, her two main friends, a really controlling, manipulative bitch, and the other one is just clueless on what everything else is going on. They're just cramming shit in at this point to try to fill in the gaps of everything. They're just exposition dumping a bunch of things without any rhyme or reason, and it's actually kind of painful to listen to.
My brother wears shoes like that. He's 10.
My brother wears shoes like that. He's 10. You mean these shoes earlier? What's wrong with those shoes? I mean, they look pretty comfortable and they don't look that bad. I mean, they look like a mixture between Chucks and Vans, but they're not bad looking shoes. So I just don't get it. Okay, yeah, here's another thing of the bullies. The bullying in this movie it's just so stupid. They start ridiculing and bullying people over the stupidest shit imaginable. And it's actually pretty insulting to people who are actually been bullied, in my opinion. With the amount of crap that they just get flung at ad nauseum for no reason. It is honestly just stupid and ridiculous. So, let me get this straight. Alright, so here's what happened. In health class, Taylor said you should wait till you're 18 to have sex, which is an opinion. I mean, I can attest to it. I kind of think the same thing, but at the same time, that's why we have age of consent laws. However, in certain states, age of consent varies. Right now, where I'm located in Ohio, age of consent is 16. However, in certain regions, such as Florida, the age of consent is actually 18. So it depends on which state they're located in. Now, I say Florida because I know for a fact that none of them are in Florida, because just take a look around there. Does that even look like Florida? Probably not. Second, they actually mentioned she moved to Florida, which implies that they're in a state other than Florida. And then much later on in the movie, there's also another state they're not located in, Missouri. Because after a bunch of things, the mom talks to somebody and they mention Missouri. So we could also assume that those two states they're not located in. So that leaves us 48 states plus plus DC and all this other shit. But given how that does not look like DC, and I've been to DC before, it doesn't really look quite a lot like it, we can assume the other 40 states. Now, I am going to assume Indiana, for one reason, is because one scene coming up later in the movie where there is a license plate that is shown that looks like part of the seal of Indiana on it. Now, this is just pure speculation, but I'm assuming that they're located in Indiana. Now, with that being said, if they are located in Indiana, they're just like Ohio, and they have the age of consent being at 16. So therefore, as long as it's completely consensual and there's no quid pro quo, 16 is a perfectly legal age to consent. Do I think it's wrong? Yes. I do not agree with that. But in terms of legal expertise, in terms of legality, that is generally seen as alright, but a bit dangerous. That's just something I thought I should point out given that brief interaction between them. Okay, so sorry in advance for the 80-yard sections of this video, but some scenes I more or less buried the lead of those scenes, and this one being a prime example. My whole point of going into age of consent laws vary per state was because of the differences that exist in the laws in different people's opinions. And what appears to be is Taylor had an opinion that was different than what was allowed in the state, and Lindsay apparently took that as a personal attack against her. That was more the reason why I was talking about age of consent laws. Was the whole point of it was Taylor having a different opinion than what is legally allowed in the state of Indiana.
Have it.
Okay, so now we're introduced to Scott. Well, kind of introduced. Scott, Taylor's crush, and Samantha's ex, where Samantha just does nothing but shit-talk him the entire time. And that's really all you could really say about him, because his character does develop a little bit, but even then, it's in kind of a silly way that I'll touch upon it later.
And plus, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. My mom, stands over my shoulder the whole time. She has computer monitoring software. She goes on all the sites I've been on. There's no way.
So, okay, that also puts us... We are also now force-fed more exposition. Her mom is a really overprotective, really intrusive bitch. So now I'm not liking her mother anymore. But trust me, how I'm going to say she is somehow the most sympathetic character in the movie. Just trust me. You'll see for yourself in a little bit, but just keep in mind that this really poor exposition dump just now tells us that her mother is a bit overprotective and a bit overbearing.
See you later.
Bye. Her mom is so backwards. She can't even have internet on her phone.
Oh, how does she live?
Okay, so she doesn't allow to use the internet on her phone, but by the way her phone looks, it looks like one of those like BlackBerry-esque type phones that can actually connect, probably can connect to the internet using cellular data. Okay, so, wait, is she not allowed to have cellular data on her phone? Because, newsflash, if you don't have cellular data, you can't really make a phone call or a text message. Aside from 911, of course, because that's an FCC rule. But you can't call or really text people. I mean, this was before Wi-Fi calling really took off. But even then, how? How can she not have internet on the phone if she has cellular data that she could possibly use? That line makes zero sense. And I'm assuming that she's using 3G, which actually allowed for audio streaming and video streaming as well. Because 3G was introduced in like the early 2010s, but I'm not assuming she has 4G though, because that was released in about 2010 in the United States, and then this movie came out a year later, so if we're assuming this takes place in 2010, it's, unless she is super rich, which by just looking at her and stuff, she does not appear to be the super rich or the techno elite. It doesn't seem like that is a likely possibility. So I don't know how she won't have internet on her phone. This seems to be written by some idiots that don't know how a phone works.
Taylor Hillridge was born. Happy birthday, Taylor.
Oh, yeah, it's also Taylor's birthday in case you forgot.
Happy birthday.
Okay, you know how I said the mother was the most sympathetic character? I take that back. She's the second most because he is the most sympathetic character, and you'll see why in a little bit when everything starts to fall apart.
Today's my dad's birthday, too.
What a smooth operator.
Unit 11, page 773.
What the fuck was the point of that interaction?
There was like electricity. Oh, please. No, I'm serious. I felt a tingle.
Yeah, it's called that's called static electricity.
He's not like Charlie. He is exactly like Charlie. And I would know because I hung out with them. Not once. Yeah, Charlie looked up at me, he got me wanted, and he never spoke to me ever again.
Okay, so you're butthurt because a guy hooked up with you and doesn't want to talk to you. Okay, fine, that guy is an asshole, but that doesn't mean everyone else is. You know, hashtag not all men. I know that's just really tacky to say, but just because he hooked up with you and left doesn't mean all the people are like that. All the guys are like that. That's just stupid to think. And given that, and given everything she is, she's kind of a stupid character.
Exactly like Charlie. And it's stupid for you to lose your head over something silly like this. Okay, remember, it was your dad that left you guys for a 25-year-old girl. Like, that doesn't tell you how scummy guys are.
Okay, so what does that have to do with him? Just because her dad left, because her dad was probably a piece of shit anyways, let's face it, if their mom is any indicator, I don't think anyone would really be happily married with her in the first place. Second, if you would have just up and left them over some broad like that, okay, maybe he was a piece of shit, but that doesn't imply that everyone else has to be by proxy. Oh my god, this whole thing is just really stupid and overgeneralized. God, I just do not like this character.
My own computer?
Lucky.
Oh yeah, she has a computer. What's the worst that can fucking happen? Right, yeah.
Look, I know you think I'm overprotective, but I think the word is responsible.
Yeah, try suffocating.
Okay, that was a good quip. If it's one thing I'll give positive I'll say about this movie is there's a couple decent quips here and there that are actually not that bad, honestly. It got a chuckle out of me or two. So yeah, that's one good thing about this movie.
Look, you want to be a journalist, and I want you to be able to write to your heart's content.
Okay, note how she says she wanted to be a journalist, but keep in mind when I say this is like one of 2 times this is ever brought up, but I don't even think it was brought up again. So now she wants to be a journalist, but this is just so poorly done for us. It just came out of the fucking blue at this point.
Wait, hang on. What kind of underwear am I wearing right now? Oh my god! You just say pink.
What kind of questions are these? Are you a morning person, night person? Do you untie your shoes before you take them off? What's your favorite body part? What color underwear are you wearing right now? What frightens you the most? Sweet or salty? Which day of the week is your, I'm going to guess, favorite? And there's other questions I can't even read. But what kind of fucking thing about this? What? Who needs to know any of this info? Alright, if any of you are curious, are you a morning person or a night person? I used to be a morning person, but now I'm a night person. Do you untie your shoes before you take them off? Typically not. Unless, it depends. If I'm wearing boots or dress shoes, then yes. But if it's tennis shoes or gym shoes, whatever you want to call them, no. What's your favorite body part? I'd have to say probably the mouth. I don't know, it's pretty interesting, especially with the tongue and the vocal cords, how sound is produced. It's pretty cool. What underwear are you wearing right now? Pass. What frightens you the most? I'm also going to pass on that one. What day of the week is your favorite? I'm going to have to say Sunday. Sweet or salty? I'm definitely going to go with sweet. I know none of you wanted to actually even hear any of my responses, but let's face it, my responses just make about as much sense as them asking these questions in the first place. Anyways, she just continues to completely lie on all the profile. Okay, what was the point of any of this? You could have literally cut out that entire scene where she walks into the living room and then to the father's room and all that shit. You could have completely cut that out and the entire scene would have been the same. Don't believe me? Watch. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Exactly.
Oh, Lindsay. Hang on.
So, wait, did she just throw a toothbrush with her mouth gunk and toothpaste onto her desk? That's gonna attract so many bugs and grow moldy and just gross. Ew. That's just gross.
That's not very nice. I don't even know which one I'm supposed to be, Lardo or Dogface.
Wow. That's like, you didn't even try at all. This seems like something like they tried to offend somebody. And are you fucking serious? Bunny ears? Oh my fucking god, I forgot. They died in the early 2010s, and they need to stay dead in the 2010s. Just don't bring that up, ever.
So I saw you're on Clicksters now. I like it better than Facebook, a lot more raw, you know?
Yeah, I noticed.
So maybe I'll talk to you on there tonight?
Okay, so in a world that Facebook exists, but now they're all using Clicksters, which is basically just a... I guess Clicksters is a more risque version of Facebook? I think? I don't know.
Yeah, there's actually a chat room just for the school. I hang out there sometimes when I'm bored. People talk trash. It's kind of funny, so...
Wait. There is a chat room for the school on a really raunchy, risque website? Does no one else see a problem with this? Who the fuck? JD Hottie, what the fuck out? What the hell, man? God damn it, JD Hottie, get away!
Is that Clicksters? Can you get an account?
No.
Please just don't.
No.
Okay, I like that junk grab he just did right there.
So I was actually reading your page last night, and you're a really good writer.
I would beg to differ.
But I do think you need a few more pictures, though. Maybe a bikini shot or something.
What the fuck kind of interaction was that? That's a little weird, to say the least. To say the very fucking least, that's a bit weird.
A bikini shot? Come on.
Oh my god, at least now I can actually finally sympathize with that bitch. That was a bit out of the fucking blue and a little skeevy.
So naive. I can think of at least 2 girls he's hooked up with in the past month.
Okay? Who gives a shit?
Waiting for a guy to type, "Hey baby, send me a bikini shot," is not love.
Well, then what is? Sleeping with a guy the second time you guys go out and then wondering why he never talks to you again?
Fucking burn, bitch!
Get out.
Wow. She gets insulted once and she's so butthurt she kicks the girl out of her car. That's just sad, honestly. Okay, so we can use this image right here to show that, alright, this looks... She has a license plate from what appears to be Indiana. If you're squinting really hard enough, I'm not entirely certain what that is, given how everything is blocked out. There's literally the Jeep logo. You can see the J up there right above the plate and underneath the windshield wiper of the J in the EEP right there, all cut out, and then something, I guess, got blurred or whatever. I don't fucking know, but it's one hell of a censorship job. Same thing where they blocked out the state, but they didn't block out that logo, and I think that's the seal of the state of Indiana. So that's why I said everything... That's why I base it all off of, like, Indiana with the age of consent and stuff like that.
Oh, hang on. Maybe this is him. Huh. No, it's a friend request from some guy named James.
Okay, wait. It says, that's him right now, but you click on the person for a friend request. And now we meet James, who,
Read your poem about hiking Mount Rainier. Was there last summer and felt like the wind was talking to me too. Heard its voice in my soul just like you said. Made me wonder if talking to you would be the same kind of thing.
Yeah, no 17-year-old kid would ever write that much unless they're really fucking desperate.
You talked to him? Yeah, he called me.
Maybe call me.
But I never thought you wanted to talk to him again. Okay, that picture right there makes me laugh really hard. Okay, that text message with that profile pic is just one of the most matching things ever. That's really fucking good.
What is it?
Look, somebody figured out my password and they hacked my profile.
Oh my god, that is not hacking. Just guessing someone's password doesn't mean they hacked into your account. It means your password wasn't good enough or they guessed it anyways. Therefore, that's not hacking.
I'm a naughty bad girl. Someone should spank me.
Well, that's a great out of context line. I'm definitely throwing that in there. Okay, despite looking at some of these things, yeah, finally some dirty girls on this side. Someone to keep the pervs occupied. I think this is a good thing. At least someone's looking out that says, "Taylor, you okay?" on it. At least someone's looking out for you. And now here is a common theme that we are going to be seeing throughout the movie. Taylor running away from her fucking problems. I'm going to put a fucking counter right here, and we'll just add to it every time she runs away from a problem. Okay, sorry for the weird, like, what seems to be commercial breaks and stuff. While I do have this on a DVD, I should probably explain, I actually pulled this off of YouTube. There was multiple uploads of this movie on YouTube, and I actually pulled it off so I can actually ripped it into a DVD file. That way I can actually watch it on my DVD player on my TV without having to do a bunch of other hoops and shenanigans and stuff. So yeah, that's why you see random things in the ABC logo and the TV-14, all that emblems on it all over the place.
You need to shut down your
Come
profile.
on.
Look at you. You're in tears after one day.
That is a 100% fair assessment. Maybe you shouldn't be on this site if you obviously can't handle it. Wow. I can't believe it. I'm actually going with the overprotective mom. I'm actually fucking siding with this one. Because she clearly can't handle the internet. Also, just one quick note on here. Why is there a like button and then a hate button? Why? Shouldn't there be like love and hate? But like is like, alright, it's like this. Hate is like all the way down there. Dislike is like this. Love is like all the way up here. So why is hate the second option? Then there's obviously share, which of course, yeah. You are nasty and a bitch. Or is it supposed to say you're nasty and a bitch? Because if it's supposed to be you are, there should be a space, not But anyways, that reads, nasty and a bitch.
God, all those things people were saying about me. How am I gonna face going to school on Monday?
Don't be a wuss. You can't take that stuff seriously. Besides, nobody's even gonna remember it by Monday.
Something about that makes me highly doubt it.
Me and my friend Cooper were the ones who changed the status on your profile.
What?
Look, use the old cat's name for your password.
Okay. Then that's why I said I don't consider him a good or a bad guy, because he obviously did that, but again, he didn't hack a profile. You just guessed your password. But to be fair, you really did just shove him out of your room, but also, in fairness, he shouldn't have done that to you anyway, so he's definitely not a good character, but he's also, I don't think, that bad of a character either, as you will see later on.
I looked to see if you took down your profile.
Okay, I never said I'd do that.
To be fair, yeah, she never said she would do it.
Well, on your page, you posted a comment and called someone a bitch.
Whoa, now you're spying on me?
No, that's not really spying when someone can just look it up anyways. That's not spying, that's just common sense.
I know it's terrible, but that's no excuse to be ugly to someone online or anywhere.
Okay, with her saying you shouldn't, that's no excuse to call somebody, I kind of have to agree, because what you're doing there is you're essentially just feeding the troll. When you call somebody a name like that, you're just basically feeding the trolls. And that's just never going to end well for you anyways.
You said everyone's gonna forget about Monday. Okay, people have been posting really stupid stuff on your page. They're saying you sleep around. Why didn't you tell me? Well, it's nothing to freak you out, and I honestly thought it would die down by now.
You know that wasn't true, but you said it anyways. Like, what the fuck? And, oh my god, do these kids not have anything better to do than just harass people online? Don't they have, like, aren't they, like, 17 years old or something? Shouldn't they be out going, getting jobs? Well, actually, the rich one, Lindsay, she's actually a rich kid. She's a rich, spoiled piece of shit, so she doesn't need to get a job. But don't the rest of them have jobs or something? I mean, it's later revealed Scott has a job, but even then, it's still like, meh. He's just like a cook at a restaurant. Do the rest of them have a job or something? Don't they have anything better to do than to sit around on the internet all day? Okay, wow. Holy shit. Where do I even begin with that? He tries to sympathize with her by saying, I am sorry for you because I feel bad for you as well, because you shouldn't be getting harassed like I am on the internet. And then she just drops that bombshell on you. She claims because he's gay, what you're saying about him is actually true. It's just implying because he's gay, it's alright for him to be bullied, but not because it's you. Wow, I didn't think we would have to deal with homophobia on this one, but holy shit. I can't make this up. I'm serious. I am actually impressed that they thought this was okay, and people defended this movie. With that brazen homophobia right there. Like, holy shit, just because he's gay doesn't mean he deserves to be bullied. Sure, he might be gay and what they're saying and bullying might be somewhat true, but doesn't mean he deserves to be bullied just as much as you deserve to be bullied. I mean, that's like me saying you deserve to be bullied because you are a girl, and what they're saying about you is actually true. That doesn't mean you deserve to be bullied as much as he deserves to be. Wow, and keep in mind, this is the character we're supposed to feel the most sympathy for. But she has yet to do anything that actually deserves any sympathy. I mean, she makes fun of people, gets harassed in return, goes on to Clicksters, starts attacking people, or, well, no, someone attacks her, she attacks back, and then is surprised when the person she insulted starts making up all these rumors and stuff. She hasn't really done anything to truly deserve sympathy because, again, she lashed out. It's just like, what the hell? The hell is this? This is the most confused character I've ever had. Because I'm supposed to feel bad for her, but at the same time, I can't.
You really don't get how messed up it is.
Wow, that is some class that I would not have had if someone would have said that about me.
I get my laptop back tomorrow, right?
Yeah. You can take your profile down?
Are you saying I have no choice?
No, I'm saying I'm trusting you to make the right choice.
Given how reliable this character is, I don't think you should make that decision to trust her with anything. Hell, I wouldn't even trust her to take out the trash on time. She'd just be too busy bawling about what someone said about something on a text message to even do that properly.
You know, everyone at my school is on that site. I was just having fun. It was Eric who messed it all up for me.
Yeah, that doesn't really work when you're the one that responded back and basically caused a lot of this avalanche of crap to fall upon you. Yes, Eric is to blame somewhat, but you're the one that really escalated it. He kind of made it bad, but you could have just said my profile got hacked or whatever by my little brother. You could have easily de-escalated the situation and gained sympathy from it, but no, you decided to instead just add fuel to the fire and cause a big outburst like this. And there are people underneath the comment section of the video that I pulled this from that said how evil her little brother was for doing this. I'm like, well, yeah, he is not a good guy, but Taylor isn't an angel here. She's debatably worse than he is. But you get so many of these people, I'm just assuming are girls, talk about how good or how serious this movie is, when in reality it's so poorly done and it's poorly made, it's stupid. Also, the acting is not very good, as you can tell by Taylor's acting. It's just, it gets grating to watch after a while.
You know, I wish you wouldn't fake trust me. I wish you would just actually do it.
Yeah, at that point, as a parent, I would have said, no, you're getting your laptop taken away for another day or two. Just for that one snide comment back to me like that. Okay, seriously, do these people have anything other to do than just to sit around and harass people all day? I mean, holy shit, not even the high school bullies that I've ever seen, they had more of a life than these sad, pathetic excuses of people. At least they were either studying something or they were at work. They had something to do.
Okay, guys, so that will do it for the first part. There's definitely going to be a part 2, and there may be a part 3, depending on how much of part 2 I will keep in and how long the video is, because I'm trying to make the video as concise as possible. As you can tell, I'm already hitting nearly 40 minutes on the first video. That was genuinely not planned. I just have a lot to say, a lot of mainly jokes and quips, but also a little bit to say on a lot of the scenes, and we haven't even gotten to the big part of the scene, but that will definitely be in part 2, which will be out relatively soon. And once I'm done with all the parts in order, I'm going to re-render the whole thing as one continuous video, cut out these middle sections, and piece it all together, so you can have one long video to watch. But with that being said, I thank you so much for watching part 1 of this review, and I hope to see you again for part 2. Have a good one, guys. See ya.